Hello everybody. Happy Saturday. Kind of a gloomy Saturday here in Ohio. Chilly too. I wish Mother Nature would make up her mind. It's either hot or cold. One day it was 80, the next day it was 40. Anyway, today I want to talk about bug out bags. And I know there's all kinds of videos out there on bug out bags and roll packs, stuff like that. But I'll share what I do with my bug out bag. I keep one in the car, and I have quite a few here in the apartment. And the reason I keep a few in the apartment is personally I don't want to store all my stuff in like the closet or underneath the bed or anything like that, because if we had to get out of here, then you're trying to throw everything into the bag, put your backpack on and go out the door with it. This way I've already got my stuff in the bag. There's a few items that we have that are sitting around. My cat's behind me playing. But so the bug out bag that I keep in my car is this right here. And it has pocket here, pocket up here, and there's another pocket that goes down about halfway into the bag, and then your main compartment. So with each bug out bag that I have, I keep an index card. And I need to update this index card, but it tells me what I have in my bug out bag. First thing, pair of work gloves, because if you're on the move, you want to protect your hands and your feet and your head as much as possible from getting cuts, what have you, because a small cut, if shit hits the fan and it's bad, a small cut could turn really, really serious. So that was in that first pouch there. I just keep that. And there's also, I have a little like kind of a survival guide, and that came with the knife that I have, and I really like this knife. It's a Gerber. It has your fire steel with it, and it also, on the back side of this, has a sharpener so you can keep your blade sharp. And then on the back of that, it's got different ways of doing signals, hand signals. I think it's even got more. Does it have Morse code? No, it doesn't have the Morse code. That'd be something to learn though. Signaling, a mirror. Okay. Next, I've got two types of water filtration. This is your Life Straw. Some people aren't too crazy about them because you got to stick your face, with your straw. You got to stick it down in the water. But on the other hand, if you've got a cup, you can scoop the water up and do it that way. Next in my bag, I keep your emergency blankets. And these are cheap. They're not expensive. Then ponchos. And then dust masks. And these are cheap too. But still, I mean, if there's a lot of smoke or soot in the air or anything like that, they'll come in handy. it's all about being prepared. Um, Keep it simple. Don't overwhelm yourself. Because, I mean, you could go out and, oh my God, you could spend all kinds of money on buying stuff. But when it comes down to it, if you have to bug out and say your vehicle, for whatever reason, doesn't work and you're on foot, you're going to want to have your basic and minimal supplies that you can carry. You don't want to put a 50-pound, 80-pound backpack on and being out of shape. You're not going to go very far. Now, if you're in shape and you're used to hiking, still it's going to wear you out, because you're under stress for one. If you're in that situation where you got to bug out, so there's a lot of things to think about with that. Next item that I keep in the bag are your pocket knives. I have a little Swiss Army, and then I keep a Leatherman. And this is really good to have. It's got your Phillips screwdriver, your straight screwdriver. It's got scissors. It's got a small knife. But I keep both of these in my bag, along with the other knife. Put those back in. And everybody's going to say something different. Oh, you don't need this, or you don't need that. Personally, I think it's up to you. Just keep in mind how much weight you have. If you're, a 90-pound female, are you going to be able to put 50 pounds on your back, and how far are you going to be able to walk? Even a guy, even a small frame guy. I'm not picking on females. And then in the main compartment of this bug out bag, I've got dried powder milk, and I have an orange drink mix. Put those over there. And the other water filtration I have is your mini Sawyer. Now, with this here, you could actually put this on a bottle, a Mountain Dew bottle, a water bottle. Okay, you scoop your water up and screw this onto it, and you're good to go. 100,000 gallons of water is what this will filter. And I have a few of these. It's a good item to have, because if the power grid goes down, guess what? Your water plants, they're not going to be operating. So you're going to need some way to filter water. You can also look up, and that's what I like about YouTube. There is so much good information out there on YouTube. It's unbelievable. I was talking about Geiger counters to a buddy of mine, and he went ahead and looked on YouTube, and he sent me two videos to where it shows you how you can make your own Geiger counter. I thought that was pretty cool, because I've looked at them online, and they're $300-$400. They're not cheap. Okay, moving on. Next, duct tape. Always have duct tape. I prefer Gorilla tape. This duct tape's really good. But in a pinch, You know, like I said, you're just putting stuff into your bug out bag. Flashlight. You need some type of light. And you can also hit somebody over the head with it. I don't recommend that unless you got a good cop flashlight. I also have your nightsticks. They're called snap lights. But once again, they'll work in a pinch. I mean, if oh, the other thing that I do not have, I need to get, is a map of your area, of your surrounding area, or you can do your whole state. But put a map in your bug out bag that you keep in your car, or even just have a map, period, with a compass. Then I have a tent, just to keep, you know, if it's raining. Hell, you can even wrap yourself up in this if you wanted to. And then I've got food. I've got Wise Company rice and beans. If you can see that. And then the Mountain House. Mountain House, I like these pouches for the simple fact that they're Ziploc. Once you tear this open, make sure you take the oxygen absorber out of it. You put your boiling water in, you zip close it, and let it stand for whatever the directions say, 10 minutes. Let's see what this one says. This says, let's stand 8 to 9 minutes. And this, you add 3/4 of a cup of boiling water. And it goes for these, and these are individual. They have bigger pouches that serves, could serve up serve 3 to 4 people. Okay, next I have tissue. Got to have this whether you got to blow your nose or use the bathroom. It's good to have this in your bug out bag. Hand sanitizer. I have some, but I don't have it in this bag. The little bottles of hand sanitizer to keep your hands clean. The other item I have is your first aid kit. Now you can build your own first aid kit if you choose to go that route. A lot of this stuff that I've got here I did buy online, but behind me I have a few other bug out bags, because like I said, if we have to leave, get out, all I got to do is pick up my bags and go. And then the last item I have in this one is your emergency water. And this has got, it says shelf life 5 years. I drank one of them last night, and I'm still here. And it tasted good. Tastes just like water. Anyway. And then paracord. This stuff comes in handy for anything. I mean, anything. Hell, if you need a belt or something to keep your pants up, you can use this paracord. They also have paracord out now that the strands on the inside, if you take the cord apart, you can use the strands that are inside, you can use it for a fishing line. They have a style out that's actually, it's got a fire starter inside it, which I think is really cool. That comes in handy. Hang on a minute. My wife texts me. Okay. Other than, I mean, it's like I said, it's up to you. You know your situation, whether you live in an apartment or you live in a house. Um, just just get, and your backpacks now, they don't really cost that much. I mean, if you want to go into and I mean, you can spend probably $50, $60 on just a backpack, and those are the good ones, you know, where they're waterproof and double stitch or triple stitch. But you know, that's up to you. Everybody's different when it comes to that. Like I said, and there's all kinds of videos out on YouTube about your bug out bags, um, what you should have, what, you know. I watched one that was like, well, this guy was showing his, and it's like, you don't need that in there, and you don't need that in there. And there was probably a couple of items, because I was like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. One of my bug out bags, I have a crowbar. I have a small crowbar in it. And that's just because if, like I said, if we had to get the hell out of here oh, there's bad weather in this building. Oh, I need to get into this or whatever. You've got that choice. And hell, a crowbar, you can use it for all kinds of different stuff. You know, it depends on the situation, what's happening. Let's see. I think that's about it. I do have two gas masks. The gas masks themselves, they were like $35 a piece. It's the filters that cost. If you get a good filter, they will cost you. They run anywhere from $50 to $70, but they have a good shelf life on them too. So that's what I have in my bug out bag that I keep in my car. Because where I work, I'm about a 25 minute drive. That's what it takes me to get to work. And if something was to happen and my vehicle wouldn't start and I would have to walk back home, it would take a little while. So, and everything that I've got in my bag is probably about 25 pounds. And keep that in mind. Don't put too much weight on yourself if you have to be walking and you're not used to it. Just keep that in mind. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope I was able to help. If there's anything that anybody out there can think of that maybe I should add or take out of the bag, let me know. Leave a comment. And you guys have a great weekend. Happy Easter. And I'll see you all next weekend. Bye.